So right now it's Sleaze with Fram.
I do love these leftover drunk stories from New Year's Eve, Barnes.
Oh, yes, please.
You know, you got like Anderson Cooper and Andy Cohen doing tequila shots. Then you have Jenny McCarthy and Donnie Wahlberg who decide, hey, we're going to be wasted, but we're also going to drop a video about getting a little bit drunk. You want to hear it?
Yeah, I saw it on Instagram. They both have about $3 million in veneers. They're that close to the camera that they both have a mouthful of perfect teeth.
I do like Jenny McCarthy, and
Yeah.
I think she was drunk last year too. So
I think maybe every year might be a safe bet.
Hey, so we're in, where are we? San Francisco.
San Francisco.
We're a little bit drunk,
Tipsy.
and we're in a pizza place. I don't know where we just walked around.
It's on a corner.
I have no shoes
it's next
on.
to In-N-Out Burger, which we're actually
Don't
gonna
tell
eat.
people because we're lying.
And they're not going to get here in time. And if they do, we love you. Come see us.
And we're on the
Come
West
find
Coast,
us.
so everyone's probably sleeping. Hi guys, and I have no shoes on, and they just asked for cash. We don't have any.
West Side. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. We're remixing and changing up all the lyrics. Happy New Year to you.
And that went on for a lot longer.
Exactly.
A lot longer.
And let's head over to Nashville with this. I don't know if you saw this story. Elle King sparking concerns as she drunkenly stumbles through a cringe live New Year's Eve performance. Fans saying she was wasted. You know, she's got that song out called I'm Drunk and I Don't Want to Go Home.
Yeah.
Maybe she didn't.
Perfect.
Yeah, because she said, and who does? And that was also trending. I don't know if you saw that story. And then I saw this story. If you're going to have a New Year's Eve party, Barnes, and you want to go 90s style, who do you hire to perform at your New Year's Eve party?
Pearl Jam.
You see, you go the right way. You go Pearl Jam, Seattle. Well, Donald Trump had his Mar-a-Lago New Year's Eve party, and he went the other direction and hired Vanilla Ice.
That would be funny.
But that was a partay.
Have you ever made a drunken blunder on New Year's Eve?
No, or put it on social media. No.
I did.
How about you?
Yeah, one time when I was in Kansas City, so this is early 90s, and it was some cable show, and I was the host for New Year's Eve with our radio station and them together. And I was so drunk that it got to the countdown, and when I got to one of the numbers, I don't know what it was, 6543, I completely just skipped it. So it was like 8, 7, 4. There wasn't even a beat. It wasn't like I was like, oh, let's take this one silently. I just went.
Do we have audio of that?
No,
I wish.
we're talking years ago, but yeah.
Because all through the 99X days, you and I were working on New Year's Eve. So
well, and purposely I stay away from the juice.
I was shocked when I saw this story. Paula Abdul is taking a stand against a former American Idol boss that she says crossed the line. She filed a lawsuit against producer Nigel Lythgoe on grounds of sexual assault, battery, sexual harassment, gender violence, and negligence.
Yeah, I saw that over the weekend. What a weird time to do that.
Because she was, wow.
Over the weekend, that was just such an interesting choice. Was the statute of limitations running out?
Yes. First of all, she is claiming verbally insulted and belittled in a 2001 meeting. And then when she joined the show, she's accusing him of assaulting her in an elevator. She didn't speak out for fear of retaliation, and then alleges that in 2014, Nigel Lythgoe again tried to force himself on her after dinner at his home. She's accusing the producers of assaulting one of her assistants, known as April. Apparently, she was paid less than her male co-judges, which I believe.
That's a tight spot to be in. Not the elevator. I'm talking about the situation. Because think about it. She's on the biggest show on television at the time, and then would go on to work on his other show.
Apparently, she is also claiming that she was constantly bullied by producers.
Yikes.
So I guess some sort of statute of limitations was about to end. And I just, out of nowhere, I was just shocked by this because I thought they all loved each other.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So we were talking about Andy Cohen a second ago. Did you hear the story about how he got scammed?
No.
And this can happen to anybody. He said someone pretended to reach out to him from his bank because he said he lost his ATM card. And so he got this email saying there was a potential fraud on his card. Oops, he clicked on it and logged into his bank. Apparently a fake website, grabbing all of his information. By the time he had to figure out something wasn't right, it was too late. Check this out.
The phishing emails are getting better and better.
We go through all these trainings at work about what to look for, but sometimes you're in a hurry.
You know what?
Slow down.
They got me the other day. I was like, they'll never get me. The Cumulus got me. They do it all the time. It was something about the COVID test or something.
No way.
And I was just doing 15 things at once.
See, that's what I'm saying.
And I clicked on it, and I got the notification. You have to go to phishing school. Damn it. I had to go through those little stupid videos. They got me. Never again, Cumulus.
I go to the bank yesterday, first thing. These people wired out of 2 accounts that I have a lot of money.
Yikes. He went
again,
far.
Slow down when looking at your email.
Yeah.
Look out for the phishing. That crazy story we talked about, remember with Ian Ziering?
Yes.
From 90210 getting ambushed by a biker gang? Well, the latest story is how he rushed across the street to console his crying daughter, Mia, 12 years old. He can be seen hugging his daughter, kissing her on the head. Fortunately, both Ian Ziering and Mia walked away unharmed. What a crazy story.
You got to seek that video out on TMZ. It is worth seeing, the circus, and it literally looks like a circus. I heard also that they could not confirm from the video that it was Ian Ziering for pressing charges.
Well, they're saying no arrests have been made, but he's been very quiet on social media. They're listing him as a victim of the brawl on the police report.
They did, and then they said they couldn't confirm it. What I had read was they could not confirm that it was indeed Ian Ziering. Well, I'm like, why are they? It's so obvious if you watch the video, I think, that it is, but whatever.
New stuff coming out about Danny Masterson. His first 3 months in a California state prison have been revealed after his arrival. Remember, Barnes, he was sentenced to 30 years to life in September after being convicted of 2 counts of forcible rape. Well, he started the reception and classified process at North Kern State Prison in Delano, arriving. This is called, and I thought it was a good thing until I read about it, Privilege Group U. Now, that prohibits family visits and access to personal property while limiting any sort of entertainment access. You can only do 1 call. This is the first week. 1 call a week, and then 1 call per month in the Privilege Group U. He does have access to the prison yard and recreation services.
Well, bro's got 30 years from the looks of it. These 3 months have not done him well. He is he looks rough.
It's going to be rough.
It's going to be a long haul.
More coming out about Jeremy Renner. He's revealed a major step in his career after that terrible, terrible accident. He's headed back to the set of Mayor of Kingstown. Do you watch that on Paramount Plus?
I started. It's one of those shows that I'm like an episode and a half in and I paused.
Yeah, I love it. He's working on the 3rd season after his near-fatal accident in 2023, being run over by a snowcat. He continues to recover. He spoke with Andy Cohen and Anderson Cooper during New Year's Eve about his physical therapy.
I would have disappointed and really messed up a lot of people's lives if I would have passed. And so there's a lot for me to get better for. I'm also pretty stubborn SOB, and there's a lot for me to fight for. And recovery was just a one-way road in my mind, and my recovery became, relief for me because I know I could give relief to my family, my daughter, and to all those that I really affected, like my poor nephew who was there with me on that day. I gave him, images that he can never unsee. But I know that my healing would be healing for him.
Man, those are all the things you don't think about when you're thinking about it just on the surface. All the emotional stuff of everyone affected around you.
You can tell how it's changed him for life if you look at any of his socials and some of his
I bet.
postings. You watched The Golden Bachelor, right?
Fram, why you got to call me out like that with that tone? I don't like your tone.
It's the world's first Golden Bachelor.
Yes.
Well, there's a story from OK Magazine alleging that Jerry Turner, the Bachelor, and Teresa Nist have been bickering all the time off camera.
I believe it.
Because they're preparing for their live televised wedding.
Ugh.
An insider claimed to the outlet that Turner is offended that Nist requested that they sign a prenup ahead of the wedding. He's offended that she doesn't trust him.
That's tomorrow night, and I hear she has more money than he does.
She does?
That's the word on the
I would
street.
say prenup. Come on.
She seems very difficult. That was their biggest rating, so you know they're going to do that again.
She doesn't trust him, Barnes. She doesn't
awful.
trust him.
Yeah, I am not. You can mark it down. I am not watching that tomorrow night. I will be, however, watching Love is Blind.
Okay. I was going to say there's got to be something here.
I need some new datelines, people. Come on, NBC.
I don't know if you've been watching all of the stuff with Jennifer Love Hewitt.
No.
Well, she posted some photos and she looked unrecognizable. So people went on social media just being really mean to her. And she said aging in Hollywood is really hard. It's really hard because you can't do anything about it. She's only 44.
And she looks 24.
I was getting my hair done and I had not a stitch of makeup on, so I threw on a filter. And it was just a filter that at the time looked nice in the light at the salon. And then, of course, all hell broke out on social media. And now she's talking about her mental health and how she wants it to be a good year. And you can't do any... If you're a celebrity, forget it.
I have an almost Jennifer Love Hewitt story.
I'd love to hear it.
What do you think it would be if I said I have an almost Jennifer Love Hewitt story?
You almost went out with her?
No, I knew you were going to say that.
What?
Back in the day, my buddy, our friend, Kip Pardue dated her.
Oh.
And I was staying with Kip in L.A., and we were all going to dinner because at the time they were dating, and we were meeting at a taco place in L.A., and we had already left. We got there, sitting at the table, when you're waiting on the friend, and she at the last minute had to call and cancel. So that was my almost.
I really like Jennifer Love Hewitt.
She's
Leave her alone.
Harmless.
So I read this opinion piece on CNN about Dave Chappelle walking off stage in Florida last week. And this person on CNN said is 100% the fault of the audience. Guess what it was?
The phone. You do not bring out a phone at a Chappelle show.
Yeah. The guy had a phone, and he's like right in front of him. He's at this Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida. There the guy is with his phone trying to tape it. And you're instructed when you walk in, no phones. I'm surprised they didn't take the phone.
I thought they did at his shows. Those bags, what are they called? The something bag?
We've used those before.
Yeah.
They just sort of lock it up and they hand it to you.
I get anxiety when that happens, by the way. Like at the Masters. Jesus, give me my phone back.
Yeah, because you're thinking about what if there's an emergency? What if there's an emergency? Anybody, he walked off.
I wouldn't take it out.
Do you think that he should have finished the show?
Dude, he's so hardcore against it. I feel like everyone else should. That dude should have to refund everybody.
Because Netflix pays him like $20 million per show.
Yikes!
Per Netflix special, which one just dropped. So there you go. That is your Celebrity Sleaze.